Check. All right, we talking spoilers. You've been warned. We talking spoilers. And this might be long. I don't know because I don't know what I want to spoil when I just fuck it. Let's start by saying this movie to me was like a 9.5 out of 10. I don't really give 10s because I don't think no movie's a 10, even the most perfect movies ever. Easily, even from directors themselves, they have things they would change. So, yeah. But I would say this movie is a 9.5 out of 10. From conception, beginning to end, beautiful. I love, personally, that the first 15-20 minutes is what we see in the trailer. They started off with the timeline of everything. As far as 3 years ago is when he announced himself as Superman. And I love that idea because when you go back, when you see the post-credit scene and see that Crypto is actually Kara's dog and Kara is their Supergirl, then you know that she more than likely hasn't announced herself. But she probably is known in certain places. But seeing as it's Metropolis and everybody sees him as the strongest, metahuman in the world, on the planet, then they definitely don't know who Kara is because Kara is on other planets doing other shit. They say, she's partying on a red sun because, that's low sunlight and she can get drunk. But she still had her suit. And I actually was surprised because if you see, they just released a game called DC Worlds Collide. And they have a Supergirl and a Superman in that game. The Superman is the same suited Superman as David Cornsweat. But the Supergirl is a similar outfit, but more, form-fitting to the body. Kind of like Power Girl, but with the same emblem. But actually, in this movie, and this still could be another future outfit, but in this movie, she had the classic skirt Supergirl outfit. So, honestly, it looked good on her. But movie-wise, so in the start of the movie, the first 20-25 minutes is the trailer. It starts off with the fight scene, him landing in the snow, getting help from the robots, her traveling through the snow, her right there, traveling through the snow, the Bravia stuff, all that, like literally most of the trailer, I'll say like 90% of the trailer, every glimpse and all that stuff like that, even the fights with the monster, everything like that was in like the first 20 to 25 minutes. And I love that because a lot of the rest of the movie was character development in so many great places and other world building in so many great places. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, beautiful. I mean, top tier. He kind of brought old school DC animated Lex to life and then turned that motherfucker up a notch. Like, he was evil, sadistic, narcissistic, pessimistic, a little bit of racist, because the way he was saying alien when he was talking about Superman, he was saying alien with a hard R. Like, that shit was crazy. He hate him. He hate him. And they made that forefront. Metamorpho, fire. I kind of like the character trait they gave him to where he's not really like a villain. He's kind of soft-hearted, but he just doing what he had to do for his son. And I don't know, at the end they kind of gave a little nod that he was probably going to join the Justice Gang with, Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, and Hawk Girl, and Mr. Terrific. So that's fire. Her as Lois Lane, fire. I kind of wish she had a little more screen time. But every scene that she was in, she killed that. She really gave that Lois Lane, unlike Amy Adams, And I love Amy Adams, but unlike Amy Adams, that iteration, she really gave off that energy like the animated, where it's like, I don't need to be saved. I'm Lois fucking Lane. Like, I'm a reporter. I got this shit. I don't care. Like, I'm gonna jump into the fire. Whatever happens, happens. So I love that. I love that caricature. Hey, Jimmy got that sauce on him. If you ain't see the movie, I don't know why you watching this. I don't know why you watching me talk about this shit if you ain't see the movie. But Jimmy got that sauce on him. He had every woman that crossed his path on him. And where's she at? Hold on. Eve, what Sarah Sampit? I don't know. But her as Eve, beautiful. She played the dumb blonde, but really, she really know what's going on. All them selfies with the backgrounds, smart, pretty as hell. I kind of felt bad for her, like when Lex found out, cause it was just like, damn. I kind of even felt bad for her with Jimmy, but like you could tell she a little off one. She a little crazy. Gorgeous though, but fire, funny. She definitely was like a lot of the comedy. Like her and Jimmy was a lot of the comedy in that balance. You know, those were some good levitation scenes. And the fight choreography was probably my favorite part. The cinematography was beautiful. The music was beautiful. But the fight choreography was amazing because, and I believe I said this, and I got to go back to the other videos, and I don't know if I said it on Twitter or Facebook or if I said it in the video. But if you know Ultraman from comics, from Injustice, all that stuff like that, just any Earth 2, all that stuff, you know he's literally just Superman. He's just evil. And in, you know, animated stuff, he kind of like a mob boss kind of person of the syndicate. But so it was always that theory that he was going to be playing it. And a lot of Snyder writers was like, oh, it should be Henry Cavill. And which that literally wouldn't make sense, because in some iterations, he's a clone of Superman. In most iterations, he's just the Earth 2 counterpart. So when the reveal happened that it was David Cornsweet with long hair, which is comic accurate of Ultraman in a god cases, something like that is 10/10 perfect. And the fact that Ultraman was mind controlled by Lex, because in this he's a clone, he can control him, all that stuff like that. They basically was playing a game during the fights. He's saying F12, C9, X1, and he just doing uppercuts and tosses, grabbing his head, all that. Like, that kind of aspect and back and forth and all that was beautiful. Like, for a lot of the movie, he was getting washed, beat down. But that's what makes Superman Superman, though. He don't always go into every fight thinking he's the strongest being ever. He's going into every fight just being like, I want to help any way I can. The fact that people was calling him the weakest Superman, this man was fighting monsters, still saving kids, still saving squirrels. He saved a squirrel from being killed. He blew a dog away from being crushed and was still fighting. So look, there's probably a lot more I could say. Honestly, when people reply to the comments, y'all let me know y'all 2 cents. That's going to be my excuse to keep talking about this movie, because it's only 10 minutes on here. I ain't going to make multiple videos. But yeah, this movie right here, 9.5 out of 10. I hope it make at least $800 to $1 billion. It's the opening weekend and they already made 100. But let me know what you think below. Just beautiful.